This is Alex from A&R Design. And today we have the Staccato HD 4.5. Many of you have asked us when we're going to make a holster for this. Well, we finally got the gun. Lead times on these guns is like 90 to 120 days if you buy from the Staccato website, so it took a while. I won't go into breakdown. I didn't realize it had this, I didn't have any like Delta Point Pro pattern dots to put on this, so I had to order the plate. The plates are like 74 bucks, which I think is atrociously expensive for what it is. It's more of like a sealing plate slash gasket plate. Your screws go through the plate and hold everything in place, and it's got a couple little nipples that go into the top of the slide. There's a little detent spring in there and covers up a couple features. Big trigger guard, nice narrow trigger. Trigger's not amazing. It's not like a Series 70, like 1911, 2011 trigger. Feels more like a Series 80, which I'm assuming it probably is because the gun needs to be drop safe. Other Staccatos don't have firing pin blocks, so this is a safe duty gun. The 4.5 versus the 4, this does have a fully machined weighted front with a race crown. Anyway, all I did was Apple on the post the iron sights, and the iron the dot seems to be dead nuts. So I just took a few rips down range. The rear iron is pinned. The front looks like it's installed beautifully. It's equidistant mechanically on either side. It's pretty comfortable in the hand. The stippling's nice, the texturing that they have on it. Be cool to get some like brass replacement back straps to add some weight. One thing that's like noticeable out of the box is it's very, very front heavy. And that's my biggest complaint with Staccato pistols is there's no weight in the ass, and it's nice to have weight in the ass. After shooting USPSA, PCSL, some other shooting competitions, I've learned that having weight in the ass has that return to zero, that balance is really nice, and it makes it a softer shooter. A lot of people think, put an X300 on it, put all this weight up front, it's gonna soak up the recoil. That's not necessarily always the case. Ambidextrous slide stops, ambidextrous safety. You just line up the slide stop with the locking little cut there, and then you use a little tool or something to push that out, pops right out. It's got a plastic sleeve over the recoil spring. I can only imagine that sleeve is just to keep the flat wire recoil spring happy. You can hear it slide back and forth. It kind of reminds me of those groan tubes, it's got this big hoof on the front of it, big flared magwell, which is cool. It comes with 3 of the Glock 17 style Mechgar mags. It does run Glock mags as well. Last shot in the mag feels super soft because it locks back and it doesn't slap forward. It's such a soft shot. All right, let's shoot some old junk ammo. We got some Hornady here. I mean, these are like, I know it's junk because when the ammo is different heights, you know, these are some weird ones, the 70 grain tumble upon impacts. We will make sure we shoot far away for those. Super accurate. It's got a weird, I don't know if you can see that. It's got like some fluting going down the barrel there. It's got a flat spot cut there. And it's got this other flat spot cut there. I wonder if that's where the sleeve is riding back and forth, or I really haven't, I was like taking it apart and just take a look at it, but I haven't spent a lot of time in there. It's like 1911 back here, and it's really interesting looking up front. It's a flat shooter. The trigger's not like unbelievable or anything. I believe this is like a duty gun. Like this is like a performance duty gun. I did notice the 115s are extracting a little weak, but when we were shooting the 124 grain and the spicier stuff, it was ejecting much nicer. So the 115 grain's a little weak. I did have some lockback issues the first few mags, and I think that's because I was riding that slide stop as I slid up on the grip. It would be my first Staccato that hasn't had a malfunction out of the box. Staccato XE had many, many malfunctions for the first 500. Started to break in when I switched springs, switched ammo. I went to a 124 grain and an 8-pound spring. Same thing with the Staccato P that we have. We didn't do a YouTube video on it, but I also did have some feeding issues out of the box. Again, spring, up the grain weight, then it was happy. This is 150, we've shot pretty much everything out of this so far today. Little 124, 115, some spicier stuff, and it's eating everything, which is fantastic. Well, it's getting hot enough that the polymer in the trigger guard area is starting to get a little spicy. No, not the trigger guard. Polymer's fine. I don't realize a little bit of that metal here. Right here is where they have manufacturing marks. Staccato, Florence, Texas, USA, and then the serial number, how it kind of flares around the trigger guard. Staccato lists on the website, the HDP 4.5 is $2,700. Do I think it's a $2,700 gun? I mean, all in all, I think it's a pretty nice package. I don't think it's $2,700 nice. Like, I wouldn't go out and be like, this is the gun I need for 2,700 bucks. But it's pretty solid. It's solid. I'd say I like this better than the Staccato P. Anyway, Staccato HD P 4.5. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy.